Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Are you busy during the week and have no time to go to the credit union to access your loans? Do you wish there were more days available to you? We can help. Our Loan Saturday is back by popular demand this and every Saturday at the GUT Credit Union Grandance Branch, Excel Plaza. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing that you have access to your credit union even on a weekend. So come on in and take advantage of our services every Saturday. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. This is Network News for Friday, November 18, 2022. Headlines: MoneyGram robbery suspect gets bail after first court appearance. A call has been made to faith-based organizations to unite and address issues facing young men. RGPF launches Yuletide operation while advising on preventive measures for Christmas season. Grenada's Climate Resilience Minister makes inaugural speech at COP27. In Around the Globe regionally, St. Lucia's Prime Minister addresses escalating crime on the island. Internationally, Dominican Republic builds wall to block undocumented Haitian migrants. Plus, in the sports news, curtains to close on the Intersector Netball Tournament on Saturday. Stay with us. The details in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
From Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. MoneyGram robbery suspect Shamani Fahi appeared in court this morning before Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis to answer charges of 2 counts of robbery with violence and money laundering. The accused was charged in connection with the robbery of MoneyGram Foodland Market Square on Monday. He reportedly escaped with $15,989. His defense lawyer, Brendan Latouche, was able to secure bail for his client in the sum of $100,000, but as a conditionality, the accused was made to surrender all travel documents, and he is to report to the Grenville Police Station between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. Fahi is expected to reappear in court on December 8, 2022. Superintendent Minister of the Methodist Church in Grenada, Reverend Silbert Prescott, has called on faith-based organizations in Grenada to join forces to implement a project that seeks to establish an intervention program aimed at addressing the dysfunctional behaviors among young people, especially young men. In an exclusive interview with GBN, Reverend Prescott pointed toward the recent cases of robberies in Grenada, which he said is cause for concern.
The program, dubbed the Boys to Men Rites of Passage (BTM), founded by Harold Ian Jeffers out of Trinidad and Tobago, an experienced social worker and counselor, is designed to build leadership skills of young men with a view to positively improve their lives. Reverend Silbert Prescott indicated that this program is long overdue, pointing to the steady decline of moral values and the rise of youth delinquency and criminal behaviors among young men in society. The aim, he he said, is to train 20 men on how to use pragmatic hands-on approaches to positively engage adolescent boys while providing support and guidance throughout their adolescent life into adulthood. These participants, he said, will in turn train other men in society, therefore creating a rippling effect.
So we are hoping to start with 20 men, so these 20 men will be trained, and then they will become trainers so that they will train other men. So then if we get 20 men in the society or in the schools who can begin to work with young boys, then they can train people, and there is a whole cycle of persons who will be trained in terms of working with men and helping them to navigate some of the challenges that men are experiencing.
Reverend Prescott, however, noted that in order for this program to be a success, the church must bring together other faith-based organizations, since this project will be an expensive venture.
It is a training of trainers program. So what we are hoping to do is to train men who are working with boys. We are hoping to work with 20 in the first instance, because that is the requirement for starting the program, and that is where we have encountered this challenge. 20 persons to start with. There's a price attached to it. It's very expensive, so it's like $1,000 per person. And I think for us as a church, if we are to get 20 persons to do it, it's quite a big investment.
Reverend Silbert Prescott is calling on all faith-based organizations in Grenada to join this effort in a bid to save the nation's youth at risk. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
With the upsurge in criminal activities over the past few weeks and the Yuletide season officially open, the Royal Grenada Police Force is implementing numerous tactics aimed at reducing the societal scourge. More in this Rena Pet Thomas report.
With the recent increase in robberies of various local businesses and other criminal activities on island over the past few weeks, the Royal Grenada Police Force is putting strategies in place to tackle the issue as the situation at hand has become alarming. Superintendent Vanny Cowing, officer in charge of crime, says that these recent incidents are not related to any organized criminal activities.
Commencing with the heist of a substantial sum from an establishment in St. David's, to the assault on businesses in Calais, the Tongue of St. George, and more recently at Wester Hall in St. David's. Additionally, we continue to receive calls for services with respect to property crimes generally, traffic accidents, violent assaults, and predial larceny, while at the same time keeping our eyes on the trend of illegal firearms and ammunition. These incidents have disrupted the peace and tranquility of our generally peaceful island. Nevertheless, as the country's foremost security outfit, we have responded to these and other incidents with a measure of success.
Though there has been no arrest for the latest robbery in Wester Hall, the superintendent notes that persons who were involved in the other robberies were apprehended. Cowan says that going forward, the Royal Grenada Police Force will deploy random road stops and surveillance to curb the issue of crime on the island.
We have recently launched our Yuletide security operation to bring greater comfort to our citizens and visitors. Therefore, you will see a greater security presence in our towns and communities as we heighten our awareness and responses to the challenges that we currently face. We may disrupt your desire to traverse the country without delays, but this becomes necessary in order to keep you safe. We have activated all of our security measures and are confident in our ability to keep Grenada and Grenadians safe during this period. Our campaign against loud music in homes and vehicles, our campaign against speeding, campaign against unlawful dark tint and unregulated lights and other infringements and additions to motor vehicles, our zero tolerance policies for offensive weapons, including unlawful firearms and ammunition, our campaign against drunk driving, and our zero tolerance in illegal drugs.
He impresses that an initiative has already been taken by the RGPF to meet with business owners to discuss strategies on ways they can better secure their businesses and their employees.
As a consequence, we have started meeting with business owners to discuss their own safety and security and that of the staff and establishment, and have mandated our divisional commanders to engage their communities in similar manner. Business owners wishing to engage with us in this manner are encouraged to do so. The concept of our operations at this time is to ensure that effective and efficient proactive and reactive policing strategies are implemented throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique to reduce crimes and disorder during the Yuletide season.
Superintendent Vanny Cowan is encouraging Grenadians who have any information on any robbery or any criminal activity to contact the RGPF. Superintendent Cowan was speaking at a special press briefing on Friday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, police responded to a 911 call of a robbery at a business place in the south of the island on Thursday evening. Here's what we can tell you. The officers, after an initial assessment, determined that the information was not authentic, as no robbery was committed in that area last evening. Superintendent Vanny Cowan explained that there was an incident, but that it was not a robbery. He welcomed the public's assistance in reporting crimes.
What happened yesterday evening is not necessarily a false call. We did not have a robbery, that is true. But we welcome the call that we received. There was an incident, and somebody thought it was a robbery and called the police. A number of the media outlets had put bulletins out, and we've had to put out a statement last night to asking them to retract the statement and notifying the public that we did not actually have a robbery. But we do not want to curtail this kind of behavior. We become concerned when it is malicious. But in a case as last night, we welcome that because it could have been what it was reported to be. God forbid that it was not that. But had it been that, the call was welcome. We responded very timely. We got on the scene as early as we could have. And having done our initial assessment, it was determined that it was not a robbery.
Superintendent Cowan noted that it is a crime if people maliciously make false calls to police about incidents.
But Section 15 of our Electronic Crimes Act does provide the penalties for which one can be charged should they maliciously called and report incidents that did not occur. The Electronic Crimes Act, one who is found guilty of prank call to law enforcement, there is a fine of $5,000 or imprisonment for 6 months, or both fine and imprisonment. So these are serious issues. When you call the police to report things that did not actually happen, it is an offense, and the penalty under the law is very stringent. It's $5,000, 6 months in prison, or both fine and confinement.
All right, so the Royal Grenada Police Force reassures the public that it is on a heightened state of alert and has increased its security presence across the country in an effort to ensure the safety of the populace. This is Network News. Still ahead from us, the RGPF warns the public about the dangers of social media. Talk about that.
Cash prizes for the best Christmas ever. So we'll make it, hey. Bar playing, hey. Ham and black cake eating. Now this is Christmas.
Get unsecured loans up to $50,000 and a chance to win cash prizes this Christmas at Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily Pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building, and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play Pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The 12th annual Wagiti Super Knockout is down to its quarterfinal stage. And this weekend, the stadium will be on fire. Saturday, 19th November, 4, 7 p.m. Hurricanes SC versus Fontana United. 9 p.m. Hard Rock SC versus defending champs FC Camahorn. Then on Sunday, 6 p.m. Montreach SC versus South Spartans SC. And Paradise FC International versus Black St. David's FC. Admission on both days. Adults $30, children $15. The quarterfinal of the Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game. What a wonderful match.
Why wish upon a star? Star Bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas, we'll give you low interest and no fun.
Make your wishes come true this Christmas with a loan from Co-op Bank. Make those home renovations, treat your family and friends, and get the things on your Christmas list. All of this is possible with our hassle-free financing of up to $40,000. Apply today and you can be one of the 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website or your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you. Welcome home.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Beep disinfectant spray is certified by a U.S. EPA compliant lab to kill the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Beep disinfectant spray is now available in a convenient travel-size can that travels everywhere with you. Beep for a happy, healthy home.
My name is Robert Bristol. I'm the CEO of Bristol's Pest Caribbean, and Oasis Pet and Garden. I became a member of Ariza in 2016. What I like the most about Ariza Credit Union is the level of hospitality, to me the humility of the staff, and the willingness of the staff to communicate with you on a one-on-one level. Ariza have helped me over the years by trusting me in the beginning when I started my small business. They gave me my first vehicle loan and also a little bit of extra cash to help my first business to get started. And from ever since, they supported me by giving me little loans when I needed, whether it's to get supplies or inventory. So they have been very helpful to my small business. I would like to take this time to congratulate Ariza Credit Union on their 75-year milestone of transforming so many Grenadian lives.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Have your family or friends ever needed cash now, but you are nowhere close to give it to them directly? With the cardless cash feature from Republic Bank Online and your mobile phone, it is hassle-free and convenient to send money to anyone, including yourself, using the Republic mobile app. Simply log into your account, access the cardless feature, enter the amount you want to transfer, and using the access code provided, the cash can be withdrawn instantly from a designated Republic Bank ATM without a card. Republic Bank Cardless Cash is convenience at your fingertips. To learn more about our cardless cash features, visit republicgrenada.com for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back at Television Center. This story to report. ASP Ryan Hall is offering Grenadians tips on how they can protect their property for the Christmas season. And going forward, he was part of a special press conference on Friday on operations of the Royal Grenada Police Force this Christmas season. Here's the report.
A person's social media posting can make them targets for criminals or divulge information that can facilitate criminal activities. So says ASP Randy Hall, officer in charge of CID within the RGPF. Hall, who was given some tips on how Grenadians can protect their properties for the festive season, says that individuals should be careful with what they post on social media platforms about their daily activities.
And we have seen over the years that persons want to be seen on social media. So you are leaving home, you let the public know that you are out. You have jewelry, so you want the public to know that you have these items. Whatever electronic stuff you have, you want the public to know. This is dangerous, and you are attracting persons to your home. Persons want these items. These are the items that are of concern that persons tend to break houses for. Keep your travel plans off social media. Persons want the public to know that they are out of their home, they go into St. George's. They want the public to see how they dress. So they let the public know that, hey, nobody is at home now, the opportunity is there to enter my home.
The ASP explains that leaving keys on the mats and the flower pots is no longer safe, as they can be easily found by anyone. Instead, family members should have their own keys, and homeowners should make it a habit to inform neighbors that they are not home so that they can report any suspicious activities.
Do not leave bags with children unattended. You might go to a function and you have a child, you might leave your bags with them and thinking that it's secure. That child may not be in a position to really deal effectively with someone that is coming and steal your cash. Again, we have persons walking at night and they tend to walk alone. This is dangerous, so we advise persons to try and walk in company. Plan ahead for your night outgoing. Make sure that if you are going to an activity that you know how you are getting back. We see persons again after events by the side of the road flogging a ride, trying to ensure that they get back home safely. This is dangerous.
The ranking officer also gave tips on how persons can protect their parked vehicles when out doing business.
Safety. We advise you, if you try to ensure that you can park your vehicle in a well-lit area, keep shopping bags, cell phone, tablets, purse, backpacks, and other personal property out of sight in your vehicle. You don't want to reach on the side and leave your vehicle, your items on the front seat where everybody could just peep into the glass and see what is in your vehicle. You are just attracting and creating that opportunity for thieves. Ensure your doors are properly locked, your windows are up, and your vehicle is properly secure. In terms of businesses, we advise that you ensure your compound is well lit and you can see from a distance if anybody is entering your compound. We advise that you try to employ CCTV, have CCTV on your compound.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
Now, persevering despite all of life's challenges is the highlight of this next story. You see, a Grenadian living in the diaspora is leading by example while facing personal traumas to forge ahead and be a beacon to follow. Gerard Joseph has that story.
From aerospace engineering to physicists to criminal justice, Grenadians have continued to etch and engrave their names in various industries and specialty fields around the world. They have become a beacon of hope for many seeking to pursue their dreams, despite the challenges and many setbacks. Dr. Oslin Fraser is one such Grenadian who has defied the odds and personal traumas to forge ahead and be a living testimony. Her pursuit in a PhD in criminal justice was not without its major setbacks.
So in the middle of doing my PhD, my son died. That was my only child. sorry.
She told GBN, in honoring her son, she took a semester off and dived right back in.
So he died, and I really wanted to give up. I really wanted to stop there because, I just had to reevaluate so much different things in my life. And then I, because I know something he really wanted me to do, and, it's just so kind of like my dissertation is something that even before I went into my PhD, something that him and I talk about, how am I, what it is I want to do, what is my dissertation.
Dr. Fraser, who has a background in social work, initially from Grenada and also worked in the criminal justice system, has been pairing the two together.
I think that it's something that is to really change the stigma that is attached to incarceration, or the stigma that's attached to somebody probably sometimes making a bad decision and end up going to jail. And for me, my main focus is, as I say, restorative justice, where restorative justice look at that traditional imprisonment has not worked. All the research has shown that, people going into the criminal justice system has not, they come out back into the community and there's a high rate of recidivism. So with restorative justice, the premise is that those people commit a crime, they stay in the community, they take accountability for the crime.
She said the hardest part of the journey to her PhD was balancing her dissertation while working full-time, handling a divorce and grieving her son. Her brother, Nimrod Oliver, says his sister's resolve has been an inspiration to him and the family and believes it will be motivation to others. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
In her inaugural speech as Grenada's Minister for Climate Resilience, Karine James punched hard at the issues facing small island states such as Grenada. The annual Climate Change Summit brings together world leaders and environmental activists to tackle the major issues surrounding climate change. Beverly Telesford has this report.
Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Karine James, made a clarion call for climate actions to support financing proposals to address the loss and damage suffered by islands such as those in the Caribbean, which are more susceptible to the effects of climate change. Addressing the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP27, Minister James delivered her maiden speech, reiterating the call for funding for loss and damage.
We are also concerned, Mr. President, about the slow progress on financing in general and financing for loss and damage in particular. This is a matter of the highest priority for my country, which has had more than its fair share of climate-related impacts in recent times. So as we gather here for the next 3 days, I call all of our partners to come to the table prepared to work on solutions, to come to the table with concrete proposals for ensuring that we do not lose this window of opportunity.
The Paris Agreement, adopted in 2015, sought to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius to avoid the most catastrophic impacts of climate change and was supposed to signal the serious intention of developed countries to provide technical assistance with addressing the loss. 7 years onwards, not much have been done to achieve the goals outlined in the agreement. In fact, since the Paris Climate Accord, the agreed-upon annual target of $100 billion in climate financing has never been met. The highest amount of funds raised was $80 billion in 2021. However, that sum was not garnered from the agreed contributors, but rather a mix of public and private sources. Minister James addressed the lack of commitment toward these goals.
Mr. President, when I arrived here this morning, I was struck by the fact that many agenda items remain unresolved. And I want to emphasize at the outset that there is a dire need for urgency in closing these items and, in fact, urgency in all that we do in addressing climate change. We need urgency because the climate is not waiting for us. We have seen it this year with climate-related disasters in every corner of our beautiful planet. And we need to move expeditiously to close the emissions gap, the ambition gap, and most significantly, the implementation gap.
Since last year's conference of the parties, only 29 countries have stepped forward with tightened national climate plans. James says that leaves 165 countries which have yet to revisit and strengthen their national climate pledges this year.
In this regard, we are concerned about the limited progress we have seen in implementing the Glasgow Climate Pact. We are concerned because to date, only 29 countries have submitted their revised NDCs, and even these are not aligned with 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Retirees from the public service are all smiles as pension and gratuity payments are being made. Pension payments before November 30 are creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
Over $44 million in pension payment have already been distributed to pensioners in Grenada as of November 15th, as the NDC administration lives up to their campaign promise to honor the High Court ruling.
She said, when I see that figure, she said, you're happy for life. And I want to thank the Prime Minister because he didn't have to do it. I work with him. But I want to thank you that today I am here and I feel happy in my spirit. Very happy. Thank you, thank all of you.
That was an emotional thank you by senior pensioner Bernadette Jeremiah, a former health officer, thanking the government of Grenada.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this latest development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Danny said, with all the robberies occurring, why make a pensioner a potential target for thieves? These things should be confidential. This person added, this breaks my heart. Those who labor must be rewarded. Policymakers need to do better for all, especially the most vulnerable among us. Thank you, Deacon, for putting your words into action. The ancestors are smiling. Ben said, good move. Now let us demand reparations from England to finance pension in perpetuity. Our people worked hard enough. Let the Brits pay. Samantha added, good historic fiscal management has made it such that this is viable. Congratulations to all government officials and administrations prior and present for handling the nation's finances so that this payment can be started. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Still ahead in the newscast, Digicel launches its Christmas promotion.
The Blood Tour with Marvia Providence. Marvia Providence with a live band bringing you some of her newest and greatest hits.
If your hands are anointed, I feel like a running, skipping. I am a warrior. Full it with the Holy Ghost blood.
Join the world-renowned recording artist Marvia Providence live in Grenada on Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Venue, Gateway Conference Center on Maurice Bishop Highway, Grenada. Get your tickets at these locations now or visit www.grenadagospel.com. This chain-breaking praise tour is coming with a difference. Call 533-0099 for vending and sponsorship opportunities available.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily Pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building, and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play Pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The more the merrier. Christmas came early for customers of Digicel who benefited from a Christmas promotion in the tongue of St. George today. Rena Thomas has more.
The
Digicel Grenada launched its The More, The Merrier Christmas promotion on Friday evening at the Esplanade Mall. The launch gave its customers a chance to win various prizes, such as bundle plans and the opportunity to purchase a handset for only $80. Marketing manager for Digicel Grenada, Tawana Slinger, while encouraging Grenadians to take advantage of the promotion, which ends in January 2023, spoke of all the prizes that can be won, including $2,500 in cash.
We're taking more data, we're taking more minutes and giving them to you. More savings and more discounts in stores on handsets packed with goodies and SIMs. More speed, reliability, coverage on our network, and more rewards and prizes in the My Digicel app. We introduced Pick and Win. Pick and Win. The new gamified way to win lots of cool prizes in the My Digicel app. We have weekly Wednesday draws as well as holiday grand prizes. So yes, you can win on Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's.
The Bigger Better Network is also giving its customers a chance to help them choose their next community project, which is done annually by the company as another way of giving back to the public.
And this season, we're asking all of you for your help by choosing our next community project. Just visit us in select stores and vote for which project you think we should take on next. We remain committed to always doing the best for you. With our network, the best valued products and services, and our commitment to Grenada through the many projects we do in communities across the country. It's just our way of saying thank you for choosing Digicel.
The launch ended with fun games that allowed customers to win over $2,000 in cash through its cash vault and entertainment by Digicel ambassadors. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
All right, so we have a question for you. Have you ever gotten the opportunity to observe or interact with a Mona monkey up close? Well, the citizen journalist got the opportunity to do so from the comfort of the home as we look through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our eyesore reporter submitted video footage of Mona monkeys on a tree in her backyard. These animals are usually found at and around the Grand Etang National Park. Our citizen journalist resides at one of the villages on the way to Grand Etang, Vendom. Although the Mona monkey is not an animal that is indigenous to Grenada, it fits in with the available food and climate. They are also said to exist in Anguilla, Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Martin, but are originally thought to have first come via ships in the 18th century from Ghana. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. We'll be back to report the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
Your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love, getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
From the NLA, daily pick three cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick three cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Good evening, sporting fans. The completion of the Inter-Sector Netball Tournament is scheduled for tomorrow Saturday at the Tanti Netball Court. The evening will commence with a shootout competition among teams with 2 participants per team at 5 p.m. At 6 p.m., the feature will be a game between the male nationals and an all-star female team from among the Inter-Sector teams who participated in this year's tournament. We can tell you too the awards and closing ceremony is scheduled for 7 p.m. Well, the Jamaica Scorpions will now play the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force in Saturday's final at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. A magnificent 105 not-out from Captain Rovman Powell led the Jamaica Scorpions to a 3-wicket victory over the Guyana Harpy Eagles in the second semi-final of the CG United Insurance Super 50 Cup at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua on Thursday. The Harpy Eagles won the toss and decided to bat first. Shimron Hetmar, who was dismissed by Odin Smith in the 44th over, brought to Ghana 250 for 6 for a well-played 86 off 76 balls to leave. The Happy Eagles brought up their 300 off 47.5 overs, their first score of 300 in this year's tournament, and finally 318 for 9. Brandon King and Andre McCarthy combined and put the Ghana bowling to the sword, with King bringing up his second 50 of the tournament off just 34 balls, as the pair brought the score up to 83 for 1 after 11 overs. Captain Powell brought up a magnificent 100 off just 89 balls, including 7 fours and 3 sixes. His fourth list 100, leaving Jamaica needing 10 more runs off the final 3 overs to advance to the final. That is the sports news for now. Are plans afoot to enhance crime-fighting efforts of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force? Well, Prime Minister Philip J. Peard tackles the crime situation during a recent sit-down. The rest of the details in this report.
Can St. Lucia truly develop to its full potential without addressing the gnawing issue of violent crime? As a guest on Radio 100's What Makes Me Mad with host Stanley Lucien, Prime Minister Philip J. Peard fielded questions surrounding the future of community tourism in an era of what can be described as a crime crisis on island.
You talk about bringing tourism to the villages, but that can't happen if crime is rampant. So crime basically underpins security, safety underpins a lot of our development. And what can you say to the people of St. Lucia in terms of the crime situation and your administration addressing this?
I agree with the fact that people are frustrated about crime. I'm frustrated, so I agree. Let's look at it, and let's look at it from a wider perspective. Stanley, there seems to be a pandemic of crime in the region. It's a pandemic.
But St. Lucia is worse than that.
No.
Sorry.
I don't use the word worse. Let's talk about worse and better. In Jamaica, a state of emergency was declared yesterday for crime.
Some primary school students in Jamaica were discovered using vaping devices. Officials are now investigating the incident. TVJ News has more.
Seemed like a normal day at the Spalding Primary School on Thursday morning, except for the fact that there were more parents than normal on the campus. The parents were summoned to an emergency meeting to discuss a range of issues, to include the startling revelation that more than a dozen students were using a vape device at the institution on Wednesday.
There's a vape that bought at the Chinese that the student used, puffing it, and it caused them to black out.
The e-cigarette uses a battery to heat up a special liquid into the aerosol that users inhale. The effects of vaping are severe. Scientists say it's bad for your heart and lungs. The device used in Wednesday's incident is said to have been purchased by a student from a store in Spalding. It's alleged students were then charged to use it. The incident has led some parents questioning how the student was able to purchase the device in the first place.
How can you sell an 11-year-old student in a uniform, a primary student, these things to come and contaminate the school?
The Dominican Republic is building a border wall to stop undocumented migrants entering from neighboring Haiti. It says it wants to prevent weapons and drug smuggling, but rights groups say the wall will not keep desperate Haitians out. Al Jazeera tells us more.
A wall to divide the Caribbean island of Hispaniola. It's designed to separate the Dominican Republic from Haiti. Dominican General Rafael Núñez says the wall will play a crucial role in protecting his country against contraband and illegal immigration.
Over there you can see where the first stage ends that involved this part of the country of the perimeter wall that we are building.
Haiti is in turmoil and thousands are desperate to escape gang-related violence and hunger. The Dominican Republic is trying to prevent refugees from entering the country and has deported over 50,000 Haitians in the past 5 months. General Frank Cabrera says the Dominican government is simply not equipped to offer refuge to so many needy people.
We share a border with one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. Haiti is in the middle of a political, economic and social crisis. Some say that 60% is controlled by armed non-state actors or gangs. Imagine a country that is controlled by gangs. We allow Haitians to cross and get supplies, but cannot do much more.
And that's why for many, this wall is necessary.
This is what the fence is going to look like. It's going to be about 4 meters tall, and in some areas where there's like more population, it's going to have metal bars, and in rural areas, it's going to look much more like this type.
In a moment, we'll remind you of the headlines. Stay with us. We have time to remind you of the headlines if you're just tuning into the newscast. MoneyGram robbery suspect gets bail after first court appearance. A call is being made to faith-based organizations to unite and address issues facing young men. RGPF launches Yuletide operation while advising on preventive measures for Christmas season. Grenada's climate resilience minister makes inaugural speech at COP27. And around the globe regionally, St. Lucia's Prime Minister addresses escalating crime on the island. Internationally, Dominican Republic builds wall to block undocumented Haitian migrants. Plus in the sports news, curtains close on the Intersector Netball Tournament on Saturday. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste, inviting you to tune in to the Weekend Review on Sunday if you can. We'll see you again. Good night.